Hello, fellow murderers. Today is Friday, May 31st, 2024, and it's a great day to solve a murder. Today we have But What About the Burn Mark? And we have three 5x5 grids with suspects, locations, and weapons. Our red murder clue today is a flare gun was clearly used to commit the crime. Alright, so we can go ahead and say that a flare gun is our how, and we will use our clues and evidence and our detective's notebook to figure out who had the flare gun and where they were. But first, let's meet our suspects today. We have Father Mango, Lord Lavender, Admiral Navy, Major Red, and Agent Fuchsia. Our weapons today are a snowboard, a flare gun, an ice axe, a pencil, and a strangling scarf. And of course, remember the flare gun is our murder weapon today. And our locations today are the woods, a hidden cave, a bar in town, a ski lift, and the slopes. Alright, let's check out our clues and evidence. The other suspect with the same height as Admiral Navy never set foot on a ski lift. Admiral Navy is 5'9", so let's find out who else was 5'9". We've got Lord Lavender, so Lord Lavender was not on the ski lift. Okay. We've got an anagram here. A small hole was found within a grove of pine trees. Okay. I think this is probably the woods, pine forest. Let's see if anything else mentions pine trees. No. All right, so a small hole. I'm pretty sure that's the ice axe. I've seen this before. Small hole left behind. So that's pretty deterministic. I'm going to go ahead and say the ice axe was in the woods. So we can put that there. Okay. A pencil was certainly not underneath a snowmobile. All right, while we were flipping through, I saw on the slopes snowmobile here. So we can say a pencil was certainly not on the slopes. Next, we have an either or clue. Either Admiral Navy was in a bar in town or Agent Fuchsia brought a pencil. This one I think we should skip and come back to. I think there's not enough information yet, but we'll hopefully have some more soon. The suspect who was on the slopes had brown eyes. All right, let's see who amongst our suspects have brown eyes. Brown eyes for Father Mango, green for Lord Lavender, blue for Admiral Navy, brown for Major Red as well, and Agent Fuchsia. Okay, so we have three brown-eyed suspects. So let's just go ahead and say that these two, Admiral Navy and Lord Lavender, were not on the slopes. A snowboard was found in the sky. I guess that could be the ski lift, but I'm not loving that. Let's see if there's anything else. Well, we know it's not the woods. We've already put a weapon there. I think it's got to be the slopes. Or sorry, not the slopes, the ski lift. Although the slopes would be my next choice. Let's go ahead and say this. We can always come back if it's not quite working out. I wish it were a bit more one-to-one with the description. But let's try that for now. Okay, Father Mango had not been on the slopes. So that eliminates one of our brown-haired suspects there. We've got another brown eyes. Oh yeah, wait, brown hair or brown eyes? Brown eyes. Because Father Mango has no hair. Yeah, okay. Okay. Brown eyes, again, were seen in a bar in town. So once again, for the bar in town, we can eliminate these two. And actually, that's going to tell us more about our either or. Admiral Navy was in a bar in town, and we now know Admiral Navy could not have been in a bar in town because Admiral Navy has blue eyes, and the suspect in the bar in town had brown eyes. So we can say Admiral Navy did not have the pencil because Agent Fuchsia had the pencil. And let's see, so that means with the pencil, there are only two possible locations. And actually right away, we can eliminate the slopes. So that puts Major Red on the slopes. Okay. And let's see, let's go back to this real quickly. So it's not the forest or the woods. It's not the ski lift. It's between these two, the cave and the bar in town. So, okay, so Brown Eyes were in a bar in town, so now that's between Father Mango and Agent Fuchsia for the bar in town. Whoever was in the woods was left-handed. Okay, let's check out our suspects, see who is left-handed. Father Mango, could be Father Mango. Okay, could be Major Red, but we already know Major Red's location. And could be Agent Fuchsia, but we know it wasn't Agent Fuchsia because we know Agent Fuchsia did not have the ice axe, so she could not have been in the woods. So I think that leaves just Father Mango, right? Because if it's Brown Eyes or left-handed, same thing, because these two are the only right-handed non-brown-eyed people. So, okay. So that does give Father Mango that location and that weapon. So Father Mango had the ice axe in the woods. And this also tells us Lord Lavender's location must have been the hidden cave. So then we have Admiral Navy on the ski lift and Agent Fuchsia in the bar in town. So let's go ahead and mark that in. All right, getting really close here. We just need to place the flare gun in the strangling scarf and... oh, here we go. A strangling scarf was reflected in Brown Eyes. Oh, okay, people are gonna hate this clue. I'll come back to that in a second though. So that means Lord Lavender could not have had the strangling scarf, and that must have been Major Red's weapon on the slopes. So that leaves just Lord Lavender with the flare gun in the hidden cave. Lord Lavender with a flare gun in the hidden cave. Okay, so I mentioned that I thought people would hate this clue, and here's why. The reflected in clues have reasonably tripped some folks up because it seems like it suggests that there is one person who is in possession of the weapon and another who is looking on at it, causing it to reflect the beholder's eye color. And I totally get that, especially if you have something like a scarf, which wouldn't reflect at all. How would it reflect the eyes of the person wearing or holding it, right? And again, I totally get it. But for these reflected in clues, I'd encourage you to ignore outside logic and just trust that, unlike the relationship clues that purposefully separate the named suspect from the named location or weapon, the reflected in clues only involve the implied suspect. So it's just it just pertains to one person. There's not a two-person relationship with it. So there's not like a possessor and a beholder. It's just one person. But again, I do think it's totally fair to hate this clue. But just to clarify, this is just saying that the suspect with the scarf had brown eyes. And so that eliminated Lord Lavender because Lord Lavender was not one of our brown-eyed suspects. And then the only remaining weapon for Lord Lavender was the flare gun. All right, so we've got Lord Lavender with a flare gun in a hidden cave. Let's go ahead and see if we were right. All right, we were right. And by the way, if you want to share your outcome, go ahead and throw it into the comments. I will say, if you don't see your post right away, I've noticed, I think there's some comment moderation going on, and I get it, right? We're like posting things that are like saying murder and have like knife emojis and things like that. I've tried to turn off content or comment moderation as much as possible. So go ahead, try to share your stats on this. Would love to see it. And just don't be discouraged if it takes a second to show up. YouTube's just trying to make sure you're not, throwing death threats at me, which I appreciate. So anyway, share your results. Would love to see them in the comments. And thanks so much for playing along with me today. I hope it was a helpful walkthrough, and we'll see you tomorrow.